going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody in the building. Shout out to all the visionaries. We're back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and of course, I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course, and I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to everyone who's here. We're going to get into today's show. I'm going to definitely get to the chat and give some shout outs. But before we do that, make sure y'all hit the like button and make sure y'all share today's show. Hit the like button and share today's show. We're going to get into it. We are going to get into it. We got to talk about this today, y'all. Hit that like button, share today's show. Hit that like button, hit that like button, hit that like button, fam. I see everyone who's here. Shout out to everyone. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. After you hit the like button, hit that share button. Share it on your community tabs, your Discord servers, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere that you share content. Make sure you share this show. Make sure you share the show. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. I'm going to get over here to the chat and give some shout outs. But before I do that, let me go ahead and grab my beverage before we get into today's show. So, y'all give me 1 second. Let me go grab my beverage and I will return. Be right back. Okay. We back. Shout out to y'all. Let me get over here to the chat room, give some shout outs. Shout out to my man DeAndre in the building. Just DeAndre. Salute, fam. Shout out to the villains. What's good, Bert? Shout out to Bert in the building. Shout out to Bert. Salute to you. Salute. Bert says, well, Chairman Hoover, who came in under 720 in 96, 97, was in Supermax and had banned gangbanging in 274, aka better known as growth and development. No doubt. It's supposed to be a 720 concept. Facts. Plugging and unplugging sets who don't send all types of undue dues. We're going to get into it, bro. We're going to get into it, man. We're going to get into it. Shout out to you. Let's see who else up in here. Shout out to my brother, Junior Ali. Salute, my brother. Salute. Good to see you out. Salute to my brother, Bob. Shout out to my man, Bob, man. Shout out to the OG Mace in the building. Hey, Miss Angie. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. Good to see you, sweetheart. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to Mark McJoy. Self University. Shalom, fam. Hey, what's up, Miss Shaw Newsom? Good to see you, love. King Ra. Salute. Shout out to my man, King Ra. Hey, Letitia. Good to see you, sweetheart. What's up, Quita? Shout out to Quita in the building. My man, Tone Malone. Salute, my brother. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let me put the tip in. What's good? What's good, my brother? What's going on? Alonzo Hall. Salute, family. Love, life, loyalty, wisdom, understanding, and knowledge, aka the 6 points. We gonna get into it, bro. Got a whole article, man. Got a whole article. Shout out to Miss Brooklyn. Oh, it's doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good, Shaw. Papa Flock in the building. Salute, my brother. Appreciate your support, my guy. Shout out to my man Hubert. Salute, fam. What's up, M Mills? Good to see you. Shout out to my brother Po Boy Films. Hey, Miss Mona. Shout out to Miss Mona in the building. What's good, Bucket? Shout out to my man Bucket. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Rona. He said most men foolishly confuse movement with progress, as far too many are willing to climb out of the ravine of remedial, though, narratives and inactivity. Facts. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. I appreciate you, my brother. If anyone would like to donate anytime during the show, you will have to donate via Super Chat. I'm still trying to get this Cash App situation together. Of course, they trying to rob me out my money, but we're gonna keep pushing on that situation. So, as I said, I will be keeping y'all updated on the Cash App situation. So, if you would like to donate, just hit the Super Chat like my brother, the Book of Ronan. Shout out to everybody in the building. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. And y'all see today's show. Y'all see today's show. Today's show. Do black men? And I spoke on this in yesterday's show. So if you haven't, make sure you check out yesterday's show. Make sure you check out yesterday's show if you haven't. But today's show, do black men have the wrong concept of progress? Do black men have the wrong concept of progress? Do black men have the wrong concept of progress? Hey, what's up, Toya? Shout out to you. So, also, it's in the title. Larry Hoover don't want no parts of the GDs. That's what he said. And we're going to get into the article because he said he doesn't want no parts of the GDs. Now, when we're talking about the GDs, I'm not even going to get all into it. You know, shout out to all the G's. Shout out to everybody, the G's, the B's, everybody. Because at the end of the day, we all black men. So all of that color stuff and this and that and this and that is all bullshit. Because it all was intended for black men to unify. And I spoke on this yesterday. Shout out to Franklin. Appreciate you, Franklin. This stuff was all created for black men to unify. And for black men to unify so they can protect and run their own communities and run their own neighborhoods. That's what this stuff was intended for. That's why the GDs were created, the BDs were created, the Vice Lords, the Bloods, the Crips. It was all intended for black men to unify in these cities and states as black men. Because we all come from the same struggle. So we can protect, provide, problem solve, and procreate in a proper environment. This was the whole reason that these black men sacrificed their lives for. This is what they sacrifice their lives for. So I need y'all to get down in the comment section and let me know, do black men today have the wrong concept of progress? Because today, the average blood, the average Crip, the average GD, black disciple, they look at progress as, I'm going to go get a record deal. I'm going to go buy my mama a house. I'm going to go buy a Benz or a Bentley. We going to make sure the young homies on the block could get money. So we're going to recycle our money back into the streets, back into crime. This is what is gangster today. This is what progress looks like for black men. You get you some money, you get you a car, you get you a crib, you get you some jewelry. You make sure you go and buy back the block. Buying back the block is you going and buying bricks, buying guns, buying pills, buying lean. This is progress. This is progress. Go get a PPP loan and go buy a bunch of crack and start selling crack in the hood again. This is progress today. I'm going to go scam for a loan and then go buy a chain. This is progress. Progress today to black men is me looking better than you. Me looking better than you. Me dressing better than you. Me driving a better car than you. Me eating at better restaurants than you. This is progress to black men. This is progress. This is progress. Being great at not giving a fuck about the next black person is what progress is for black men today. I'm going to go buy up a bunch of guns and shoot the first black man who I disagree with. This is progress today. This is progress for black men. And then we wonder why. And I'm getting ready to share the article. So make sure y'all hit the like button and make sure y'all share the show. This is why the founder, the father, the chairman, right, of growth and development wants no parts. Because you niggas never show no growth and development. This man has been locked down for damn near what, 40 years? Larry Hoover been in prison for damn near 40 years, if not 40 years. He has a life sentence. He's been in supermax prisons for the past 30 years of his life. And you niggas think going to get signed, right? Going to get signed and going to the Christian Dior store is progress? That's development? That's growth? That's growth? Going to get a Patek? Look at my watch. I got a Patek Philippe. That's growth and development? Huh? Ain't nothing, it's nothing wrong with you going in and buying nice shit. But when you start using these things to identify who you are, then we have a problem. This is the problem black men have. We've once again, we keep running from our identity. We keep trying to run from who we are. Alonzo says near 50, he went away in 74. This man been in jail damn near 50 years of his life. And all you niggas know how to do, they done let the GDs in the dough. And I ain't gonna front. That's one of my favorite songs. They done let the GDs in the dough. They done let the GDs in the dough. Right? But they let you niggas in the door to do what? What they let y'all in the door to do, Ruger? Huh? All you doing is Christian Dior shopping, nigga. I don't see no development. I don't see no development. And you know what development we talking about? The development on your block between your little homies. See? You can't say you about growth and development, but you still promoting BDK. You still can't be promoting spinning on ops if you're about growth and development. Hey, what's up, Nadia? Good to see you. You see? And what y'all don't understand is by y'all promoting the negativity through y'all music and by all the shit that's going on in the streets of Chicago, you know who they're blaming for all of this? Larry Hoover. See, whether y'all know it or not, y'all have been doing shit to destroy yourselves. And this is why I say black men have the wrong idea when we talking about progress. We think progress is eating at Philippe Chow's, eating at STK, eating at the Cheesecake Factory. See, we think shit like that is progress. Or I can eat Uber Eats every day and smoke as much weed as I want to smoke. And I ain't got to work for nobody because I got a couple $100,000 in the bank. And I could go buy a Rollie. That's progress. But we know it's not progress. We know that's not growth. We know that's not development. Because that's not stopping the little homies from getting killed. That's not stopping these young girls from getting kidnapped in the hoods. In these same hoods that y'all saying is about growth and development. See, what I notice with a lot of you black men is y'all try to wave the positive white flag. That's what y'all be trying to do. See, When the feds is on your ass, you want to wave the white flag. We're about growth and development. We're not gangsters. Yeah, when the feds on your ass. But when Atlantic Records gave you that 1.5 million or that 800,000, what's the first thing you do? You ain't show no growth and development. You see? See, you didn't do that. The first thing you did is went and bought more guns. You went and bought more guns for the ops. For the ops. That's the first thing you niggas did. Y'all went and bought more guns. So guess who's to blame for that? Larry Hoover. Guess who's blamed for the Vice Lord War? Jeff Fort. See, brothers, I need y'all to understand when I say this to y'all. We are our own agency. Okay? Stop thinking you're a token nigga. You're not. You're not. We all have a proper role to fulfill. We have to understand this, brothers. We in this shit together. There is no separation. The feds gonna come get all of us, nigga. They came and got you and your homies. It's only a matter of time before they come get me and mine. Before they go over there and get them. Before they go over there and get them. Before they get over there and get them. They're taking us all out. See, we don't understand this. See, the feds understand that they're their own agency. It's called the FBI. See, they understand that. There is no confusion. They understand. It's about us. They understand this. They understand this in law enforcement. The blue wall of silence. They understand this. There's a secret society. All we ask is trust. You see? You see? And this is what they always want black men to stay away from. Organization. This is why the men who created the organization are political prisoners. You see? See why Tookie Williams was a political prisoner? You see why Jeff Fort is a political prisoner? You see why Larry Hoover's a political prisoner? And the other guys who weren't political prisoners, what happened to them? They were killed or strung out on drugs. Brothers, you think they haven't set shit up for this to be us? Huh? I want you to really start paying attention. So you think we're not a part of that. You think that there's not going to be a time where they coming around us to fuck up. You think it's a game. You think that this shit is not real until the feds come. And then you want to be growth and development. And then you're just a rapper. Right, 22 G's? 22 G's is a GD rapper from New York. When he caught his case, now it's growth and development. Now it's growth and development. But when you making songs and you getting views and you making money, it's you a gangster disciple and everybody's scared of you. black men, do we have the wrong concept of progress? Because last time I checked, CRIP stand for Community Revolution and Progress. So don't tell me you a CRIP and you not into no community shit. Don't tell me you a blood, but you believe in banging on Crips and other gang members, because blood stand for brotherly love, not blood love. No, you're supposed to love all your brothers. That's what that means. Brotherly love overriding oppression and destruction. That means you're supposed to love me too, nigga. So what if I ain't blood? You're supposed to love me too, because it's brotherly love and we overriding oppression and destruction together. But we can't do that if we not a community. See how it all comes together, black man? But you don't understand progress. You think progress is going to get a new watch. No, progress is when the police stop harassing our fucking sons because they want to be outside. And because they fit the stereotype, they have the right to harass our children. See, when we could eradicate shit like that, that's progress. That's what progress look like. When my daughter don't have to be scared to walk past a group of niggas because it ain't a bunch of goddamn pedophiles running around. That's progress. When you ain't got to worry about a nigga backdooring you and y'all doing business together. You ain't got to worry about him telling your personal business and y'all got personal dealings with each other. That's progress. We think progress is going to buy Urus. We think progress is going to buy a new car. Going to buy some new Gucci's. That's progress. But when your mama need a kidney, nigga, you ain't got no money. But you done bought all the Louboutins in the store. But your mama need a kidney. You got any money for that? Huh? Progress is when our children who go to inner city schools can have a healthy food list. That's progress. That's progress. You niggas think progress is coming outside in the Versace robe. Progress is when you don't have to run to another group of women to think you're actually successful. Shout out to Miss Letitia. She says, Sheep, question. Did Jeff Fort and Larry Hoover start the Black P Stones together before the GDs came out? No. Jeff Fort started the Vice Lords. Larry Hoover started the GDs. The Black P Stones was started by my brother Two Mac Rogers. Rest in peace, rest in power to that brother. T. Rogers, Two Mac Rogers. He started the Black P Stones. And then he brought it to California, which turned into the Jungle, the Bloods. The Jungle, where Bones in them is from, the Bounty Hunters. Right, 3 mobs in 1. Barksdale, Hoover, and Shorty. Yup, Shorty Freeman. David Barksdale and Larry Hoover. That's the BDs and the GDs. It's supposed to be one love. Just like the Crips and the Bloods. Just like the Crips and the Bloods. Right. Mac Rogers. Rest in peace. Rest in power to that brother. Hey, Zahara. See, they don't want to have the conversation about shit like this. See, because this is when men got to get on the ground. This is social shit. See, if you're going to join one of these organizations, know what they're about. Know what you defending. Know what you standing on. Because if you're not standing on the original tenements of it, you fake. So if you a blood still promoting to go out and do harm to Crips, you're fake. You're fake. If you're promoting BDK, GDK, you're fake. You're fake. Because you're not following the original tenements of it. You're fake. You're fake. See, the Crips came out of the Panthers. And they were started in California to combat the police. Ain't had nothing to do with no Bloods. See, we were black men who always fought for freedom. We're freedom fighters. This is nothing new. This is part of who we are. So don't talk that real man shit. Don't talk that manhood, masculinity shit, but you preaching separation. Black men don't preach that. Black men don't teach that. Because that don't work for black men. Because separation is why the BD and the GD war is so bloody. It's because of you niggas who decided to control the streets by promoting separation. Because you wanted to control the drug money. So you started preaching separation. Agents, sell out niggas, like a lot of y'all. You never went down with Larry. You wasn't down with growth and development. You always want to be a gangster disciple. You always wanted to be a gangster disciple. You see? So let's get into this article. Let's get into this article. Hey, Toya, she said, respectfully, tenant equals principal tenement equals dwelling. Yes, ma'am. I agree. I agree. That does speak to your dwelling. Yes. Shout out to you, Miss Toya. Thanks for tutoring me. Nah, shout out to you, Toya. I appreciate you, love. Bert says Rukin is Arabic for stone. Yep, the El Rukins. The El Rukins. That's why a lot of your stones are Muslims. A lot of the stone brothers are Muslims. A lot of them are Muslim. So let's get into this article. I'm going to share my screen. This is from Chicago Sun-Times. It's from Chicago Sun-Times. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button and make sure y'all share the show, man. Hit the like button and share the show. It's from Chicago Sun-Times. Larry Hoover tries again for sentencing break. says he wants nothing to do with the Gangster Disciples. So let's get into it. This article is from yesterday, July 7, 2022. A man labeled one of the most notorious criminals in Illinois history. Now, negative media portrayal is right in your face. Soon as when I first read this article yesterday, I said, they're going to continue to paint this man in a bad light because how much power he has. How is he one of the most notorious gangsters in Illinois history when he been locked up for damn near 50 fucking years? He haven't committed a crime in 50 years. What are y'all talking about? How is he one of the most dangerous? What? But this is negative media portrayal. This is how they get the world to perceive black men. This man been in jail for damn near 50 years. Shout out to my brother, the all-star advisor. He said damn near 50 years, and he right. The brother been locked up since 74. It's getting ready to be 2023. But they're trying to say that this man is one of the most dangerous men in Illinois history. How? Please tell me how. Explain this. Because it makes no goddamn sense. It makes no sense. Come on, man. Makes no sense. Let's continue. A man labeled one of the most notorious criminals in Illinois history has renewed his bid to undo the life sentence he's serving in the federal Supermax prison in Colorado, and he claims to have renounced the violent street gang he once led. Now, you do know that's where they house political prisoners. They put us in Supermax. They put us in Supermax prisons. U.S. District Judge Harry Linweber, we know who that is, last year declined a request from Gangster Disciples founder Larry Hoover for a lower sentence under the First Step Act, a law signed by President Donald Trump in 2018. But in doing so, the judge gave Hoover room to try again. So, as y'all can see here, after him being in prison for all of these years, he's still considered to be the leader of the Gangster Disciples, not growth and development. It's because you niggas on the street are still proving to the police that the Gangster Disciples still exist. This is why I say, or I ask the question, and I want y'all to get in the comments and answer it. Do black men have the wrong concept of progress? Because why are the GDs still being considered Gangster Disciples? It's because you niggas in the streets. It's because once all the founders went to prison, you niggas threw your laws away. You niggas threw your laws away. You threw your rule books and the procedures away. That's what you niggas did. The Crips did it. The Bloods did it. The GDs did it. The BDs did it. The Vice Lords did it. We did it, nigga. We did it. Not the feds. We did. We threw the books away. We said, fuck the rules. Fuck the guidelines. And we got chaos today. because of that. And men cannot lead in chaos. That's why those men set rules and guidelines. Because that's how a man is supposed to live his life. It's certain shit you just not supposed to do. There's lines you're never supposed to cross. There's shit you're never supposed to say. That's manhood. That's masculinity. Not doing whatever you want to do. I do what I want because I got money. You sound like a hoe. And that's why they treating this brother the way they treating him. Because of you hoe-ass niggas in the street. Because you hoe-ass, who can check me? That's how you niggas act. That's why they won't free the brother. Because they know you hoe-ass niggas, y'all gonna blame it on Hoover anyway. If he was out in the streets, you niggas are blaming it on him. Hoover made the call, bitch-ass niggas. I'm turned up today, y'all. Y'all bear with me. Now, let's get back to this. Shout out to brother Rob in the building. Salute, my brother. He said, now, Hoover has taken advantage of that opportunity. In a pair of letters to the judge and the public filed late Wednesday in Chicago's federal court, Hoover wrote in a rare public comment that he is no longer the Larry Hoover people sometimes talk about, or he who is written about in the papers, or the crime figure described by the government. He's speaking on the negative media portrayal. I am not that guy. I am not who they saying I am. Don't we all deal with this, black men? Don't we all deal with this? Bert says every organization, let me catch that comment. Bert says every organization, everyone has the rule, do not invite disrespect on an organization. Exactly. Exactly. What's up, Natasha Adams? Is there a good documentary to watch on the subject? I'm not following, trying to get up to speed. I wouldn't say, I would say no. Because all the documentaries are there to paint brothers in a criminal light. So you're not gonna get, you know, the full spectrum of it. But if you would like to hear some good commentary on the brother Larry Hoover, just go to my playlist section, Natasha Adams. Go to the playlist section of my channel and click the Black History Month series of 2017. And I did a whole dissertation on Larry Hoover. You could go and check it out. Shout out to you. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody in the building. Let's continue with the article. If Hoover, 71, he's currently 71 years old. This man is 71. He's 71 years old, y'all. Keep that in mind. He's 71. Is successful in undoing his federal life sentence. He would still have a state murder sentence to serve. And he'd likely to do so in the federal prison system. But prosecutors have expressed concern that Hoover would next launch legal attacks on that case. Former prosecutor Ron Safer has said Hoover ran a gang from prison that was responsible for the highest murder rate in the city that the city has ever seen. Now, what did I just say? What did I just say? Didn't I just say that all the crimes, all the murders from this drill rap shit, the BD and the GD war, this clique versus this clique, this block versus that block, old block versus 63rd, this block versus that block, ba, 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 ba. They're going to blame all of this shit on Larry Hoover. They're going to blame it all on him. They're going to blame it all on him. What did that man just say in the or they're accusing this man, they're accusing this man of running the gang. I don't know what a gang is. It's called an organization. But they said that this man was running the gang from prison. How? So they're trying to say that he is a part of or has contributed to the drill rap war in Chicago. When these are 17, 18, 19, 20-something year old children. Larry Hoover's youngest son is older than Chief Keef and them. And Dirk and them. And Duck and all of them. But because you niggas in the streets never want to show no growth and development, that's why your leader will never come out of prison. This is why. This is what political imprisonment looks like. This is what it is. This is what they do to black men who are in leadership position. This is what they do. This is what they do. This is why you niggas scared, right? This is why you're scared. This is why you're scared. I know. Former prosecutor Ron Safer has said Hoover ran a gang from prison that was responsible for the highest murder rate this city has ever seen. A drug network that was pervasive and efficient, and an organization that controlled parks and street corners in neighborhoods that made it impossible for children to go outside and be children. You see this shit? Do you see this shit? But y'all see what's going on now? You see why this shit is being gentrified? You see why it's being gentrified? Because according to the federal prosecutor, it's because of Larry Hoover that kids can't come outside and play. It's because of the GDs and the BDs that kids can't come outside and play. You know, it's the environment is horrible because of this black man. Not because the constant threat of extinction, not because of the joblessness problem, not because the persistent barriers to wealth, not because of the poor health conditions, not because of the negative media portrayal, not because of the lack of educational support in these communities, not because of any of that, but because of this black man. But because of this black man. But when this black man was in the street, people in Chicago was going to vote. The streets was much organized. Kids used to be outside playing. Go and listen to any one of these young drill rappers, the historians, though. Go listen to little Memo 600. Go listen to Tay 600. Breezy, and go listen to them. Billionaire Black. Go listen to them. They'll tell you when they was young, they still was playing outside. They wasn't gang banging. It wasn't BDK. It wasn't GDK. They was kids going to school with each other. King Von and all of them, they went to school with Duck and them. Years later, they killing each other. Years later, they killing each other. They was just classmates. Sound like me and my homies. And the dudes we grew up with. It happened with us. It happened with us. Let's continue. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the like button and share today's show. In his letters, Hoover wrote that the Fed's Supermax prison has been called as close to hell as possible. Let me read that again. For you young brothers out here who still want to be op hunting, listen to what the founder said. Hoover wrote that the Fed's Supermax prison has been called as close to hell as possible. Now, all the dirt that you young brothers do, you still pray you go to heaven, right? You pray because you don't want to go to hell, right? Well, guess what's the closest thing to hell? Federal prison. DS1 didn't say it. Larry Hoover did. You want to know what hell feel like? Do something for your ass to go to federal penitentiary, to a federal penitentiary. That's what he's telling you. That's what he's telling you. He acknowledged being aware, anecdotally, that some misguided people hold him up as a symbol. And he wrote, I wish this were not so. He wished people didn't hold him up the way that they did. Because in the streets of Chicago, he is a godlike figure. All those brothers are. They gods in the streets. And he said he wished that brothers didn't look up to him like that. Because he don't want brothers to worship him. He want brothers to worship the message. He want brothers to stay the course, hold the line, stay true to the G code. See? That's what he wanted. That's what he wanted. Don't worship me. I'm a man. Stay steadfast to these codes. Regardless, these people are apart from me and do what they do with zero encouragement or direction from me. You see that? He just told everybody that the shit that you see going on in the streets has nothing to do with me. All of these young black boys and these young girls that are being murdered has nothing to do with me. I never called nobody. I never spoke to nobody. This has nothing to do with me. Zero encouragement. Zero. I don't agree with this shit. I don't second this. I didn't make no calls for none of this shit to get done. And this is why I say Hoover got backdoored, because the men who are still out in the streets, who still got power, they still putting drugs and guns in these young dudes' hands. And if they ain't putting drugs and guns in their hand, you know what they doing? They shipping them through the music industry and getting them killed. See, that's the new hustle now. I ain't gonna give you no drugs. I ain't gonna give you no gun. I'm gonna give you this record deal. I'm gonna give you this record deal. Hoover ain't never advised niggas to get up in the industry and go Hollywood and do all that goofy shit. Never. Never. Let's continue. I'm gonna read that again. He said, regardless, these people are apart from me. Meaning they're doing their own shit. They making their own rules. They made their own shit up. This is their shit. It's not mine. This not what I laid out. They're apart from me and do what they do with zero encouragement or direction from me. Hey, what's up, Ravine Bryant? Good to see you. These record deals are a new form of a death sentence. Facts. It's the new drug game. You want you a pack? Go be a rapper. You'll get you a pack. Letitia said it's rough on 79th. To be clear, if I had any ability to influence them, you see, shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan. Let me say this. Shout out to my bro. He did a video. Make sure y'all go and subscribe to my brother, the Book of Ronan. And he did a video. He dropped a fire video speaking on infection versus influence. Now, as we can see, once the influence is gone, once the influential men are gone, what is left? What is there left for the people? Infection. Infection is left. Infection is left. Hoover wrote that he took responsibility for his past, adding that he was lost in an enduring pattern of criminality those many years ago. But he wrote, I have long since renounced my association with any and all criminal organizations and their membership. This is Larry Hoover speaking, y'all. It's not me, not the content creator. These are his words. That he has been renounced being a gangster disciple. So all this shit y'all run around promoting, all of y'all in New York, shout out to y'all, respect to y'all, shout out to all the folk homies, all the GDs. But you're not a gangster disciple, homie. Not if you gonna pay homage to Larry Hoover. If you're gonna pay homage to Larry Hoover, you can't say you a gangster disciple. Because Larry Hoover is not a gangster disciple. And he hasn't been a gangster disciple in a very long time. Larry Hoover is about growth and development. Larry Hoover's children, his sons, are about growth and development. The Crips are no longer California revolutionary independent pistol slingers. See, that's what it became. But in its inception, it was about community revolution and progress. Community, social reform. What do you think growth and development is? It all intertwines with each other. Brotherly love overriding oppression and destruction. Brothers of the struggle, BOS, brothers of the struggle. All this stuff is supposed to intertwine and be interwoven. So when black men go to these cities, we good. Our families are okay. Because I'm going to go tap in with my brother. And this ain't, this not no check-in. Oh, I got to pay you. No. This is brotherhood. Spiritual shit. You see? So when I touch down on your turf, I'm protected. My family's protected. Any problems, they get solved. That's what this shit was about, black men. Because guess what that speaks to? A level of mobility. A level of mobility. If I know I could go to a certain city and my brother controls certain things where he's at, and he has a network of other men who controls things, I could come to my brother's city and do business and not have to worry about no problems. I could come to my brother's city and vacation with my family and don't have to worry about no problems. And then I could go to another city where my other brothers are. See, that's called mobility. That's what that's called. That's called mobility. See? And when I'm speaking on this, I'm not talking about just a brother who live in the city. I'm talking about a brother who has influence in the city. You see? That's what growth and development is about. Why you think he called himself the chairman and he set shit up like a Fortune 500 company? See, Larry Hoover was a dangerous black man. You know why? Because he was a thinking black man. He led with this. He didn't lead with his money. He led with his brain. I'm the chairman. I'm the chairman. Thinking black man. I'm going to set our organization up like a Fortune 500 company that scared the feds. That scared them. Oh, these niggas done figured something out. They gonna have to die. They have to die. They done figured something out. We have to kill them. You see? So you think that has changed over time? You think it's something new now? It's not. Shout out to Golden Child. Appreciate you, fam. He says, salute. Salute, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, my brother. Salute, brother. I appreciate you, bro. Right. Be a man, be a woman, grow and develop. Come on, man. Come on now. The All-Star Advisor says Gangster was also known as a man doing what he legally had to do to provide for his family in the lit as well. Facts. Facts. You know why? Because black men fight on all fronts of the war. You don't just fight on the street side. You just not fighting the war in the street. No, you got to fight the war in the court. You got to fight the war in the school system. Yes, that's a fact. It's not just an illegal thing. It's a legal thing also. It's a legal thing also. That's why when our brothers get up in there, they're supposed to leave the door cracked. They're supposed to leave the door cracked. Or if they can't leave the door cracked, they're supposed to come back and teach what they've learned so we can fight. That's a fact, my brother. I love this chat today. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Hit the like button and share today's show. I'm loving this chat today. I'm loving this. I love this. Metho Nelson says, brother, what we need is a bunch of INCs and LLCs. Let's focus on getting this money the clean and right way. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Shout out to Metho Nelson. I totally agree. I totally agree. But brotherhood has to come before money. You should only be getting money with somebody who's your brother. All of that business partner shit, I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time for that. Brother Rob says, sadly, DS1, niggas don't learn they lit until they get locked up. Exactly. 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 Because that's where the politics really count. Because in the streets, niggas make up their own politics. And that's what Larry was saying in those letters. I'm in jail. Whatever's going on in the street don't have nothing to do with me. But when you come in them Illinois prisons, you know who run them prisons, right? The GDs. I hope you know that. You get locked up in the Midwest, anywhere, you know who running them yards. You know who running them phones. The G's. These are facts. No matter who you are outside in the street, when you go to jail, the GDs run that shit. And I've even heard from some of my older cousins and all of that, because I got older cousins who are big-time gang members too. GDs run a lot of shit in the federal penitentiary too. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure do. Zahara says, I'll catch the replay. Have a good weekend, family. I appreciate you, Miss Zahara. Appreciate you, love. We not cooking niggas today. Not today. Shout out to my brother Rob, man. He said, whenever you want to expand on a topic, hit me up. I will. I got you on Facebook. I will, OG. Shout out to my brother Rob, man. Alonzo Hall says the South. The South too. The South too. The South too. Once you get to the South, it's more, you know, in the South, there's a lot more Chicago organizations. Up north, like Northeast and all that, like where I'm from, is more Bloods and Crips. Bloods, Crips, Latin Kings. But once you get to the South, the Midwest, and all of that. You dealing with GDs, vice lords, four corner hustlers. Yep. Yusuf Green says, what in America is clean and right? We need to bond and work as brothers, no matter your background or where your money came from. Exactly, bro. Exactly. I spoke on that yesterday, Yusuf Green. I don't know if you caught yesterday's show, but if you didn't, man, catch yesterday's show. America is the ghetto, from O Block to Highland Park. You know, it was two mass shootings during the 4th of July weekend in Illinois. The first shooting was in O Block, Parkway Gardens. Then the next shooting happened in Highland Park, Illinois, with that white boy. America's a ghetto. So you're exactly right. We need to stop all of the goofy shit and just get together first. Bert says, when they forced to sit down and the C1 comes around with the literature and hands it to him and tells them they have to have this memorized by the end of the week. Ha! That's when shit get real. Letitia says, I love this topic. Much love to you, mamas. Ravine Bryan says, I'm getting kind of lost because I was never brought up knowing the whole gang talk or topics, but I'm here to support you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Brother Rob says, Pyru Bloods draw off the same lid of BPSN. Facts. That's a fact. That's a fact. Because of Tumac Rogers, who a lot of people thought was from LA. He's from Chicago, who started the Black Pea Stone Nation. Kevin Gates is a Black Pea Stone. All-Star Advisor says, I had to push my live back because this is fire. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Let me get through the rest of this article, man. Let me get through the rest of this article. Hoover wrote that he took responsibility for his past, adding that he was lost in an enduring pattern of criminality. So he's admitting of what he was going through. He's admitting to it. An enduring pattern of criminality. Those were many years ago. But he wrote, I have long since renounced my organization with any and all criminal organizations and their membership. I am no longer a member, leader, or even an elder statesman of the Gangster Disciples. So all of y'all still rapping. Stop talking about Larry. Stop talking about Larry. Because he has nothing to do with you. Okay? He has nothing to do with you. He has nothing to do with 63rd's beef with O Block. He has nothing to do with that. He has nothing to do with 600 beef and St. Lawrence beef. He has nothing to do with this shit. He has no say-so in anything. He is what we will call a civilian. Larry Hoover is a civilian. He even said he's not even the leader anymore. He's a civilian, y'all. He's a civilian. He's a civilian. I am no longer a member, leader, or even an elder statesman of the Gangster Disciples. Hoover wrote, I want nothing to do with it now and forever. And forever. He's a civilian now. That's right, Bert. Civilian status is great. Sure is. Hoover's claims run contrary to recent allegations by federal prosecutors. Early last year, an indictment in East St. Louis alleged that Hoover promoted two men to top post in the Gangster Disciples while he was locked up in a Supermax prison. Do y'all see this shit? Do y'all see how they keep us political prisoners, black men, when we want to stand up and lead? Yes, he is, Bert. He is. He's Stone. He Black P Stone. He just said it in the intro of his new album. He said, "I'm one of the men." He repped that 5. The indictment charged others with the crime, but not Hoover. Chicago's top federal prosecutor, U.S. Attorney John Lewis, however you pronounce it, forgive me, Toya, also made an unusual direct plea to Linenweber in July 2020, telling him it would be a miscarriage of justice to reduce Hoover's sentence in any way, shape, or form. They don't want this. They want this man to die in prison. They want him to die in prison, like Tukey. It simply makes no sense now to give him a chance to run the Gangster Disciples. What? To give him a chance to run the... Man, these people are crazy. But attorneys Jennifer Bonjean and Justin Moore wrote in a new motion that the Larry Hoover who graces the cover of the government's opposition papers died long ago, notwithstanding the government's unfounded claim that he harbors a desire to reclaim his title as the king of the Gangster Disciples, an enterprise that bears little resemblance to the organization he built in the 1970s. You see? They are so afraid of black men's influence that they're saying, even after this man being locked up for 50 years, damn near 50 years, missing his family, missing his children growing up, his wife, all of that shit, they still think that this man wants to come out and take Chicago. This is what they're afraid of. See, what they want to do is they want to paint in the media that they're afraid for him to come out because of the crime. No, they're afraid that if he comes out, shit will change politically for all these criminals who are in government position, who are in Chicago, all the piece of shit crooked cops, the mayor, the senator, all the crooked councilmen, all the crooked aldermen. See, they know with Larry on the street, that paperwork gonna get sent in. And motherfuckers gonna start losing their jobs. And them people gonna stop having a foothold on the people in the communities in Chicago if Hoover is on the street. Hoover's a thinking man. He writes. That's why they don't want him in the street. That's why. That's why they made sure Tukey Williams never came home. That's why they made sure that when Monster Cody was in prison, he got destroyed so much that by the time he came home, the little bit of good he was able to do, he died right after doing it. See why I say we our own agency, brothers? You see why I say we our own agency? Because we play with these agencies, FBI, CIA. You see what they got for us? You see what they got for us? They got a life sentence for niggas who want to change something, who want to believe in black people. They got a life sentence for niggas like that. But guess what? They also got a life sentence for you wanting to sell crack. So guess what? Whether you a leader or a crack peddler, they got a box for you. So black man, it's your choice on what side you want to be on at this point. Because guess what? We at war. And we know in the war, we can go to jail, we can die. It's all about what you're dying and sitting in jail for. Because that's how men operate. See, I go do 20 for the team. But you know what'll fuck me up while I'm doing that 20? If my homies that I'm sitting in jail doing 20 for is out in the street smoking crack, out in the street beating on women, out in the street trafficking kids, putting guns in 11-year-old hands. This is what I took 30 for. I took 30 for this. Every day I got to turn on the TV and watch 30 young brothers getting killed in my city. I took 50 years for you niggas. I thought y'all was going to hold it down. See, that's how Hoover feel. Because black men don't want black men to lead. Niggas are cowards. Black men don't want to die for nothing no more. You want to die for... I don't even want to say that. Let me take a sip of my smoothie. What happened to the black men dying for freedom? What happened to those black men? Niggas out here dying for jackets and sneakers and shit. What happened to that? What happened to black men dying so our kids could sit in the front of the goddamn classroom? Huh? What happened to that? What happened to that? That's what I want to know, black men. What happened to that? Amber Franklin says, I live in California. Laughed at the Crips who tried to deal with me. Corniest dudes I ever met. No doubt, Amber. Oh, we know what was... Bro. I don't think a lot of us do, man. Dying for trinkets. Dying for trinkets, man. So let's continue. Bonjean, or Bojine, who on Tuesday filed an appearance on Hoover's behalf, is the attorney who helped free actor Bill Cosby and now represents R&B singer and convicted sexual predator R. Kelly. Now, why did they have to bring that up? You see how deep propaganda goes and how negative media portrayal affects our appearance as black men. You see? Because they mentioned Bill Cosby. They mentioned R. Kelly. Why? Why? Because to the government, all three of these black men are what? Predators. All three of these black men are predators. That's what they are. The face, the association. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Negative media portrayal. This is how they get people to believe that black men, we ain't shit. All we want to do is hurt people. All we want to do is do drugs and don't want to have jobs. And this is how they do it. They use the media, negative media portrayal. So if they get up there, if somebody who has no knowledge of white supremacy read this article and they read this, that he has the same attorney as Bill Cosby and R. Kelly, you know what most people gonna think? Oh, well, he must be just like them. That's what a simple-minded person is going to think. Why? Most people in society are simple-minded. Because the first thing they're gonna think, well, why does this attorney like to represent these types of black men? See why they put it in the goddamn article? This is why they put it on the article. He's a predator. Larry Hoover's a predator. Slash what? Terrorist. Terrorist. Hoover ordered a murder in 1973 that led to his conviction in a state court and a sentence of 150 to 200 years in Illinois prison system. There, the feds say he ran $100 million a year drug business. What? Straight lies. There, the feds say he ran $100 million a year drug business as tens of thousands of gang soldiers continue to work for him in Chicago and other cities. You know how they can substantiate that? Through drill rap. They don't let the GDs in the dough. They don't let the GDs in the dough. They can substantiate that with drill rap. They could say, how wasn't he running the organization when all these GDs was killed? All these BDs were killed. When are you niggas gonna wake up? Oh, I forgot. Sheep stay asleep. A federal investigation then led to Hoover's conviction for running a criminal enterprise. RICO, anybody? It's called the RICO. Lennon Weber gave Hoover a life sentence in 1998. He got life in 98. Can somebody tell me how old Little Dirk was in 98? Can somebody tell me how old Little Reese was in 1998? How old was Tuka? How old was L.A. Capone in 1998? And this man is being blamed for all of these kids' death. They're putting it on him. That's why they don't want to let him out. They're going to use drill rap as the catalyst for this man to die in prison. This is political prisonership. This is what happens to black men who want to lead. This is what happens. But guess what also? Guess how else men roll? Men roll like this. I'd rather die for something than to die for nothing. Because that's called having a purpose in life. Shout out to everybody in the building. Charles Ramsey, salute, fam. Salute. Let's continue. A federal investigation then led to Hoover's conviction for running a criminal enterprise. Lenin Weber gave Hoover a life sentence in 1998. At the end of a hearing that prompted a finger-pointing confrontation between two men, Lenin Weber told Hoover the charisma he used to gain the loyalty of thousands was proof he could have been a great man. You hear this shit? And then you hear how they talk to us? You could have been a great man. Oh, he could have been a great man. He could have been a great man. With your charisma, Larry, you could have been a great man. I am a great man. I am a great man. You misused a great gift that you received from God. Lenin Weber told Hoover that day. Who do these dudes be thinking they are? Who do these dudes be thinking they are, man? That's the end of the article. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up to today's show. Shout out to everybody, man. Hit that like button. Today's show was sponsored to you in part by Tropical Cafe Smoothie. Joshua Pate, salute. That's why I don't want to call you sheep, because no doubt. I appreciate you, Joshua. Appreciate you. Everybody call me DS1. So you could call me that, my brother. DS1. Alonzo says to be able to buy yet even more trinkets in the future. Come on, man. Come on. Shout out to everybody, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. If you enjoyed today's show, donate to the show. You can do that by simply hitting the super chat button. If you are listening to the playback at this point and you have enjoyed the show, simply leave a super thanks. It's very much appreciated. Yeah, that's just the name of the place, Tropical Cafe. The type of smoothie I got today is it's called the Chia Banana Blast. It's peanut butter with turbinado, chia seeds, dates, and a couple of other things. It's really good. Ravon Bryant says, could have been. They love to talk shit right in our faces and sweeten it up with honey, as if we can't read between your words. Exactly. Exactly. Shout out to everybody. Once again, I appreciate y'all for tuning into today's show. Shout out to everyone who has donated. Much love to y'all. I appreciate all the love and the support. Most importantly, I appreciate y'all being here. Hit that like button, hit that share button. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. Much love to you, always coming through and holding down the chat. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. You so sweet. Oh, yeah. Oh man. Oh man. The first time I got a smoothie from them, I ordered a green detox. I love that. But this right here, fire. Fire. No doubt. I appreciate you, Ravine. Shout out to everyone in the building. If you haven't yet, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to all you visionaries, man. Shout out to all you visionaries. Shout out. Much love, much blessings to the brother Larry Hoover, man. God willing, you will be free, my brother. You will get back, be able to get back to your family and die in peace, my brother. Shout out to everybody for tuning in. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit that share button. And if you haven't yet, make sure and you don't forget, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I drop some new content right here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. I appreciate everyone for tuning in. I'm your host, DS1 Ross, of course. And remember, brothers, before I close this show out, we are our own agency. We are our own agency. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.